It's finally here. No tricks, no gimmicks, a Tesla Model 3 for $35,000. Well, for those of you who follow Tesla news closely, you may have heard that the Tesla Model 3 can now be purchased for $35,000. That's right, the standard range is now available. And there are a couple of other interesting little tidbits on the website that I think you'll find interesting. So let's take you to the website. Here we are at Tesla.com. We go to Order Now, clicking on Order Now, and there you have it. There is the long range. Before we get to the standard range, let's talk about this little tidbit of information. The long range now has a 325-mile range as opposed to the 310, and it's still the same base price of $43,000. Now, what you'll also notice, though, in the long range dual motor all-wheel drive, that's still the 310 as well as the performance at 310-mile range. So I don't know if that's something to kind of entice people to maybe reconsider getting the long-range rear-wheel drive, but it does have an added 15 miles to the range. That's pretty cool. Also, the mid-range is the same as well at 264 miles. All right, so let's get to the good stuff. And we'll start with the standard interior rear-wheel drive. There it is, the before savings, $35,000. So we'll go ahead and click next. And the same prices on the colors. You can go with the Midnight Silver Metallic for $1,500, the Deep Blue Metallic for $1,500, the Pearl White for $2,000, and the Red for $2,500. And if you want to upgrade the wheels to the 19-inch sport wheels, that'll cost you $1,500. But we're going to keep things simple and just go with the base here, the black and the 18-inch Aero wheels, still at $35,000. Now we'll go to the interior, and there's no options here, but you can see that it has the manual seat and steering adjustment. And based on what I'm reading here, that tells me that the seat and the steering wheel are manual and not automatic. You've got the cloth seats, and based on the picture here, it doesn't quite look like it's like the Model S cloth seats where you got a little bit of that leather in there. It looks like it's all cloth there. And they're black, it looks like. You've also, if you notice there, that center piece on the dash is not kind of that wood look, so you don't have that. You've got the basic audio, so you don't have the premium sound. Standard maps and navigation, and as you can kind of see there on the center console, you can kind of see, or the display there, it's showing kind of the standard maps. Tinted glass roof and ultraviolet and infrared protection. Now this is cool news because people were wondering as to whether or not it was going to have the panoramic roof, and most people thought it wouldn't, right? But it is. So that's pretty cool that the standard range is getting the panoramic roof. That's fantastic. The auto dimming, power folding, heated side mirrors. And again, that's interesting too. The side mirrors are heated. My long range does not have heated side mirrors. So kind of interesting there. The music and media over Bluetooth. So kind of the standard there as well. And I'd be willing to guess that the first year is free with the LTE service and that you'll have to pay after that first year. Custom driver profiles. What I find interesting about this is the fact that the manual seat and the manual steering adjustment, the only thing that is going to adjust for you in the custom profile will be the side view mirrors. But at least that's better than nothing. The center console with storage and 4 USB ports. So there must be 4 USB ports in the center console. You'll notice that it doesn't have the charge port for the phone. It's just kind of a deep pit there in the front. And from what I understand, it doesn't have the 2 rear USB or the USB charging ports in the back. So you've got the 4 USB charging ports, which is kind of cool because really, well, it does have the other 2 in the other center console there. So looks like you can lift that center console as well for some extra storage, and it's got the cup holders as well. All right, and this is another cool piece of information. Look at autopilot. It is $3,000 as opposed to $5,000. They've taken $2,000 off the price. And on top of that, they've taken $3 off the after added delivery price. If I wanted to upgrade before this, it would cost me $7,000 to upgrade to autopilot. However, that being said, I don't know for sure if I'd be able to get it for that $4,000 price or not. I don't know if that's one of those things where they're like, nope, sorry, you still have to pay $7,000. I don't know. But if it's $4,000, I got to be honest, that would be very tempting because who knows how long that price is going to be there. The full self-driving is $5,000. So if you add the autopilot and the full self-driving, look at the price, $43,000. That's the base price of the long-range rear-wheel drive. It's kind of interesting there, kind of something to take into account. So there's that. And so again, we're just going with the basic. We're going with no extras here. And look at the screen, $35,000 for a black Aero Wheels Tesla Model 3 without autopilot or self-driving and no extra features in there. And that is finally what was promised years ago by Tesla. And hopefully I will be willing to guess there are going to be a ton of orders as we speak here. All right, let's take you back. And I wanted to show you that there are some other trim options for the standard range as well. So you've got the standard range, standard interior, but you also have the partial premium interior. So let's see what that is all about. It's an added $2,000 to the price. So let's see what you get for that. Again, we'll keep it black. We'll keep it at 18-inch Aero wheels. We'll go to the interior, and it looks like it has a 12-way power adjustable heated front seat. So it's got the premium seat material and trim. So it looks like, as I look at this, you've got the vegan leather seats. You've got the power seats. And I would be willing to guess that the steering wheel is also power. I don't see that. It says heated front seats. I don't see anything about the steering wheel. So I'd be willing to guess that the steering wheel is also automatic as well, but don't quote me on that. It also looks like the center console is the same. It has got it looks like it's got the standard maps navigation, fog lamps, tinted glass roof, so again the panoramic roof, auto dimming, power folding and heated side mirrors, music and media over Bluetooth, custom driver profiles, which would be the seats and the side view mirrors and possibly the steering wheel as well. The center console with storage, so it looks like it's with the same, the center console is the same as with the long range and of course the all-wheel drive with the 4 USB ports and docking for 2 smartphones. Now I don't know if the USB ports are all in the front or if there are 2 for the rear passengers, but I don't know that for sure. I can't tell from this picture here, but the interior looks like pretty much like what I've got right now, even the premium sound too. So that's pretty cool. Upgraded audio. I don't know if that means it's the same premium sound that the original Model 3s have, but it says upgraded audio with immersive sound. Looks like you also have the option of paying $1,000 for the white interior. So again, that price is the same. And of course, the same thing with the autopilot as well. Same prices there. And so there it is, an added $2,000 if you want to upgrade your package to the, I forget what they call it again. It's called the, not the semi-premium, but the partial premium interior. So there you have it. You saw it with your very own eyes. The Tesla Model 3 standard range is finally available for $35,000. This is a car that they promised from day one, and it is finally available. So this is very exciting that more people are going to get behind the wheel of a Tesla Model 3. And of course, the added little tidbits in there as well are very interesting, such as the cheaper autopilot price. It'll be interesting to know if early adopters such as myself, who did not get on board early with the enhanced autopilot, may be able to get it at that discounted price of $4,000. But of course, time will tell. But it's interesting too, because I think a lot of people are going to start early on making their assumptions as to why they decided to make this announcement earlier than anticipated. And, you know, some of my initial thoughts are, and I could be totally wrong, but some of my initial thoughts are the fact that, number one, it's long overdue, but number two, it's pretty well-known fact that this year there are going to be a lot of new cars released that are going to be within the $30,000 to $40,000 price range that are going to be in direct competition as far as range is concerned to that of the standard range Tesla Model 3. So, you know, they've got the cars ready to go. They've got the battery packs, all that good stuff. So why not get these things in production and make that decision that is even more difficult for people who are maybe on the fence about the standard range Model 3. But now that it's available, they can actually put that in the mix and kind of weigh out the pros and cons. And I think, I think as most people know, Tesla Model 3 has amazing reviews and should do well. So it'll be interesting to see how the Model 3 does, the standard range does. But again, there is that competition out there, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in the coming months and really throughout the year. So thank you all so much for watching. I'd love to hear what you think about this new release and this new news from Tesla with the standard range Tesla Model 3 at $35,000 and what you think about it. And are you excited? Are you now one of those people who can finally get your Tesla Model 3 at that price? I'd love to hear from you. So thank you all again so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can do so as well. So until my next video, stay positively charged.